All right, everybody, we're about to get started. Please take your seats. Good morning. My name is Monica Tellem. I'm the Interim Director for Communications and Marketing for the City of Brownsville. And to get started, I'd like to introduce City of Brownsville Mayor Trey Mendez.
Thank you. Welcome, everyone. Just want to say thank you for being here. It's exciting for me always to see such a great group of developers and people from Brownsville and people from out of Brownsville especially. I just want to acknowledge our elected officials. If there's anybody here, please stand up and wave your hands around. I want to take the opportunity to really talk about Brownsville and the growth that we're seeing here in Brownsville. Some of the few data points is this past year, the city opened 570 new businesses. That equated to $240 million in commercial and residential new investments. One of the highlights of that development is the Madeira development. And the Madeira development, if y'all haven't seen, that is on the north side of the city, and it looks to be around 1,500 acres. We had a groundbreaking on that a few months ago, and they've already started building their first few houses out there. A development that's going to be, by the end of it, about a $1 billion development. It's going to bring it's going to bring the city assessed property values up to about $7 billion. And it was a fantastic partnership between the city, the developers, and the county. The project that I'm most excited about here in the city is our broadband initiative. And you'll be hearing a little bit more about that here next week as we hope to have a signing ceremony. But in 2019, for those of you that don't know, the city of Brownsville was actually ranked as one of the least connected communities in the United States. So at that point, we really felt this is a call to action for us. What are we going to do about it, and how are we going to solve this issue? So we brought together a group of stakeholders, six different entities here in the city of Brownsville, and put together a group of people with a task of solving the problem. And now, just a few months ago, we as a city invested almost $20 million in federal funding and found a partner that's going to be investing $70 million to build a full citywide fiber broadband network. And that's going to make fiber affordable and accessible to all the residents here in Brownsville. And more importantly, on the city side and on the investor side, it's going to make it a lot easier for us to recruit business, health, and development to the city of Brownsville. Another exciting quality of life project. Brownsville's already known for its trail system and a lot of great health initiatives that are happening, our farmers market. And we have a project that broke ground here, I believe it was about a month ago, and hopefully we'll be cutting the ribbon in just a few months. That's our cannery project, and that's going to be located in the 7th Street corridor by the zoo, by Dean Porter Park, and that's going to be a one-of-a-kind building. It's going to house a food bank, our farmers market, and other great vendors, and that's just going to contribute to the quality of life, and it'll be another great thing that you can tout out there when you're talking to everybody about Brownsville. In closing, I just want to welcome everybody. I'm glad I got a chance to talk a few things about the city and the great things that are happening. There's no doubt in my mind that Brownsville is a place to be, and I'm glad that y'all are here with us today. So I'll pass on the microphone to everybody. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mayor. Next, I'd like to introduce Mr. Sergio Contreras, Chief Executive Officer, from Atlas, Hall, and Rodriguez.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be back in Brownsville. I was here this past week on a short staycation with my family, so it's great to be back. We spent some good times at your stadium here as my kids ran and placed well in their track, so always got to be proud to say that, right? So it's glad to be here back in Brownsville. So yes, I'm with Atlas Hall Rodriguez, however, formerly President CEO of the RGV Partnership, who's collaborating today with the Brownsville Community Improvement Corporation to host today's event. And it seems that today's my last official day in getting behind the mic, as we found a replacement, which we will be announcing tomorrow. So thank you to all that continue to support the RGV Partnership. Thank you so much for that. Let me see a raise of hands, because I've seen many of you. Please raise your hand if you're not from Brownsville. Raise your hand if you're not from Browns. Great. It's great to see a lot of folks coming in from throughout the valley. So I'll be brief on my remarks. I do want to say thank you to our sponsors that help us during our annual commercial tours that we host, such as today. And we have VTX1 as our premier sponsors, Atlas Hall Refrigeration Air Conditioning, Coldwell Banker Commercial. I know I saw Daniel Galvan here, Amanda Saldana Law Firm, Sames Engineering with Marie Garcia on the board. Thank you for being here. Also Google, and also Brownsville Community Improvement Corporation. Thank you for your sponsorship. We also have the Warren Group, ERO Architects, GDD Engineering, Valley Land Title Company, the Roser J. Cohen Logistical Services, Alamo System Industries, Edwards Abstract and Title. We also have Noble, E.B. Merritt, and certainly thank our partners in the media that helps us with this as well. So I want to say thank you to everyone that is here. There's a lot of initiatives, a lot of turning dirt, a lot of opportunities here in Brownsville that you will hear from our groups. I'm sure you've been keeping track of the sales tax production across the valley. I'll be brief on these numbers. The May purchases that were reported this month of July for Brownsville went from year to date from 28 million up to 32 million. So you're at about close to 16% year-over-year improvements, and congratulations on your success as you continue to provide opportunities for your residents, in addition to the improvements and the developments that the mayor discussed. So thank you so much for joining us today, and now I will turn back the mic for the next presenter. Thank you.
Thank you, Sergio. Next, I'd like to introduce a special guest from one of our sponsors, Mr. Jace Hinderland from Elk Creek Real Estate.
Thank you. It's great to see everyone here today. It's been a crazy couple of years. I'm going to be brief so we can get to more exciting things more quickly. But I thought a quick background on the development of Main Event might be some fun. As my business partner, Mick Montgomery, and I like to joke, we're often the ones running into burning buildings when everyone else is running out. So a couple of years ago, we started buying about 2 million square feet of vacant Sears department stores across the country, which included this box. To say that people were confused would be an understatement. Vacant, large format retail attached to regional malls hasn't been the most popular recently. But believe it or not, we haven't signed one non-retail lease in any of those projects across the country. But this project, more than any of those, exemplifies that. I was trying to remember this morning how we convinced Main Event to commit to commencing construction in the middle of a global pandemic while they were struggling to stay afloat. Somehow, and I'm very proud of this next part, the folks at Main Event, various departments throughout the city of Brownsville, and Elm Creek's probably too small team, we all persevered And this is the result. This all despite sometimes politicized public health crises and massive supply chain disruptions. It truly took incredible coordination between Main Event, City Brownsville, and Elm Creek to get this awesome venue built, open, and successfully operating. As a result, this Main Event has had the best soft opening in company history. And it has shown some of the strongest initial sales they have ever experienced. So I want to take a moment to thank everyone at the city for making this possible. We truly couldn't have done this without you. So please join me in giving me another round of applause to the city. I hope that all of you and your families have an opportunity to form some special memories within these four walls. So why Brownsville? I get asked that question a lot. Other developers, sources of private and public equity, and lenders. Pretty simple answer, honestly. Across our 4 million square foot portfolio, that spans over a dozen states, we have not had the pleasure of working with a city we enjoy more. Mayor Mendez and his staff have been, simply put, amazing. The fun and random ideation riff sessions I've had with Helen, Connie, and Carla have led to the foundational framework for projects that Elm Creek is actively and excitedly pursuing. I had a whole thing about how impressive Brownsville is, but Mayor Mendez did it better. For all of those reasons, I expect that Elm Creek will have over $100 million of additional equity invested in Elm Creek in the next 3 to 5 years. We're very excited. Now the best part, I get to introduce the incomparable Miss Helen Ramirez.
Well, thank you, Mayor and Jace, and Mick Montgomery isn't here, an incredible partner who really believed in Brownsville. You know, it's during all of COVID for 3 years, persistence does matter. Also, good relationship building. You know, it was interesting where you didn't have the traditional ICSC, conferences, but we said, well, let's flip it. If this project means so much to the city, let's go visit our developers in Dallas, in Houston, in Austin, and remind them that we are here, that we're ready, and that we're growing. So first of all, I want to thank you for being here. It's really a wonderful thing to see when you have so many community partners in one room, because this shows and demonstrates that you support Brownsville, Cameron County, and this region. And it also shows the commitment that our city, our two economic development corporations, GBIC and BCIC, are here to really make things easier, right, to do business here in Brownsville. I'm going to tell you a little story about the Sears building. So Jace is asking, hey, do you have plans for this building for Sears? Well, some of our permitting is still paper and boxes. We're getting away from that, I promise. And so here I have planning and building department staff looking in boxes, finding the plans, scanning the plans on the weekend, and sending it to Jace. That's the commitment of the employees in the city of Brownsville. One of the major partnerships, in addition to the partnership with Elm Creek, is with the World Trade Center. The Greater Brownsville Incentives Corporation went through an RFI process to develop a 730-acre park. And so here we have one of the most best-known industrial developers in the world working with Brownsville. So Mario, I don't know if you're here, but he's a person, there he is, and his team over there, that table over there. We know we're looking at millions of dollars of investment in our intermodal industrial park. And that's not just about job creation. It's also about the tertiary uses such as hotel, restaurant, offices. So it's really meant to be a really good mix of uses where industrial logistical is what we're aiming for. And it's a straight shoot from the Port of Brownsville. So you'll hear a little bit more about the park during the videos. And who doesn't like their permits approved faster? So we're going away from the boxes and going towards online permitting system. So the city has about $1 million in a new online software called Acela, and hopefully it'll go live by this year so that you can get a number and find where your permit is, whether it's fire, health, PUB, planning, where am I in this process? What it does, it gives transparency, and it really gives accountability and efficiency. So we want to make it easier to do business here in Brownsville. I think you guys are ready to have some fun, and you're probably ready to eat. But I just want to reinforce the excellent customer service that we strive to achieve and the great relationships that we have here in Brownsville. And it's an exciting time. We've grown $1 billion in assessed value in 1 year. We're at $8 billion. Our sales tax has doubled. It increased even during COVID. None of our hotels, our 30-plus hotels, closed during COVID. Dallas had a 40% occupancy. Brownsville had a 60 to 65% occupancy in hotels. We have 0 to 3% vacancy in industrial. That's why the industrial park is so important to build. Downtown revitalization, we're putting in millions of dollars in the non-sexy stuff, water, wastewater, and utilities. But it's important because that has a big price tag for developers. So we're really excited about what's to come. You're going to get a lot of sneak peeks into the future of Brownsville. Come back, visit us, and just do business with us. Thank you.
So, since this year's Developers Tour looks a little bit different, we have a few videos on Brownsville that we'd love to share that demonstrate the tremendous growth we've made in the last year and a sneak peek into what you all will see happening in our community over the next year.
Hello everyone, my name is Alan Garces. I am the downtown manager for the city of Brownsville. I'm very grateful for this opportunity to be speaking to you all today. The city of Brownsville is working with downtown business owners and downtown property owners to continue this revitalization effort. At the moment, we have about 15 businesses looking to open up and be part of the downtown fabric, from retail to restaurants to bars. We have an amazing opportunity at the moment to grow and just be much more than what it is right now. The city of Brownsville has been collaborating with some of the downtown business owners to start and bring back First Fridays. That's an amazing opportunity for the downtown area and the city as a whole. I mean, if the downtown is successful, so is the entire city. This is something that just started. We had our first one last week, and we look forward to many more. Part of the process of the downtown manager is to facilitate and communicate to not only the downtown business owners and the downtown property owners, but to developers like yourself. If you're looking for a specific spot or an area or just interested in the downtown, please get with me. I will pass you my business cards, I will give you my phone numbers, whatever I need to do to make it happen. We have coffee shops opening up, we got current businesses expanding, to offer more services. And we're getting brunch, we're getting a ton of different options in the downtown area that we didn't have before. We're also working with Public Works and Traffic Department to help get a downtown maintenance crew. So there's a lot of activity that you guys will be seeing in the near future. We have great architecture, we have bars, we have restaurants, we have retail. There's something for everybody in this area, and we hope you can join us. All right, guys, so we're looking forward to having you in the downtown area. I'd love to fill you in and let you know some of the great opportunities that are available to y'all. We have properties available for y'all to look at, some that are not even listed, so please follow up. I'd be happy to fill you in and give you the scoop. Reach out to us, and we'll be happy to share any information that we have to make downtown such an amazing spot. We hope you can join us. We hope you can share this information and share it to others that can bring so much more to the downtown. We know we have so much to offer. We're looking forward to working with y'all. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Tony Rodriguez. I'm the Director of Cargo Services and Business Development for the Port of Brownsville. The Port of Brownsville is the deep water port located in the U.S.-Mexico border. We're probably one of the only used port in the border that has that whole-way corridor that allows us to handle commodities over 125 pounds, that allows us to cross into Mexico. In 2021, we had a record number of cargo that moved through the port. We moved close to 13 million metric tons of cargo through the port. 6.3 was out of petroleum-based cargoes coming in from refined products, latex, wax, and any other commodities in the petrochemical industries. With steel products being the number one commodity, moving through 4.3 million metric tons of steel slabs, steel coils, and other steel commodities. In addition, another 6.3 million metric tons of refined products, it means from fuels and other commodities in the petrochemical industry. The port owns over 40,000 acres of land, helping site development with connectivity with the turning basin for cargo facilities, industrial development, and expansions and relocations, and light manufacturing, heavy manufacturing, and of course the green energy projects. We have over 1 million square feet of covered storage, 3 million plus open storage, and we have 6 liquid cargo docks with 13 general cargo docks for general and breakbulk commodities. The Port of Brownsville offers a multimodal connectivity with 5 modes of transportation, including the ocean-going vessel, connecting us into Mexico and the U.S. with 2 first-class railroads into North America, and connecting us with 1-class railroad going into Mexico with KCSM. In addition, we're connected with the U.S. Intercoastal and Inland Water System, connect us into the Mississippi River, and of course the connectivity into pipeline between Mexico and the U.S. directly into other terminals. Another essential element of our connectivity is that land connectivity. U.S. and Mexico trucks operating with their overweight corridor, allowing them to load up to 125,000 pounds into Mexico. This is giving 45,000 pounds heavier than domestic loads, saving time, money, and eliminating costs and double handling. Convenient border crossings are located just 7 miles from the port by truck. Foreign trade zone number 62 is areas and port of entries that are considered outside customs territory. Foreign trade zone number 62 is one of the largest foreign trade zones in the nations, being in the top 3 since 2012. In the past, since 2012, the port has handled up to $10 billion worth of commodities in combination of imports and exports into the United States and Mexico. FTC number 62 has 5 magnet sites that covers Cameron County. The Port of Brownsville is being one, the Brownsville South Padre International Airport Complex, the Valley International Airport, the Harlingen Industrial Park and Airpark, the NAFTA Industrial Park, and the FEMSA Industrial Park at Los Indios is our 5 magnet sites in the Cameron County area. The Port of Brownsville ship channel is being deepened from its current depth of 42 to 52 feet, which will support a broader range of cargo ships and aligns with the recent expansion of the Panama Canal. When complete, the port will become one of the deepest ports on the Gulf of Mexico and will be able to accommodate bigger draft cargo vessels carrying heavy loads for cost savings. Currently, we have two major multi-billion LNG projects in the Port of Brownsville, and both have received approval from the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission and await final investment decision for construction at the Port of Brownsville, leveraging the port's unique locations, capabilities, and land availability as a center for natural gas from West Texas and the Permian Basin and beyond. Texas LNG also is on track to announce FID by 2022. Together, these multi-billion-dollar projects could add thousands of construction jobs and hundreds of permanent good-paying industrial jobs to the local economy. Thank you again for inviting us here today. We invite you to come visit our facilities and see how the port works for you.
Hi, my name is Corey Pena. I'm the new CEO and president of the Brownsville Community Improvement Corporation, BCIC. Since 2002, BCIC not only is a primary source of quality of life investments, but also engages in other economic development projects. Our philosophy is to invest in the human capital of our community and to ensure everyone can succeed in education, entrepreneurship, business development, and have a great quality of life. Our current programs, initiatives, and incentives are aligned to focus on investment in small business development, entrepreneurship, quality of life projects, downtown revitalization, and job creation that define the economic development role we serve in order to make our community more competitive. We are currently focused on 8 projects that align with our strategic plan. Economic impact grants provide financial support towards projects that create an interactive environment for Brownsville to be a destination city to live, work, play, and invest that will enhance the economic well-being of our community. Assistance includes workforce development, business and retail development, and quality of life projects. Downtown development initiatives support the current efforts for downtown revitalization. BCIC provides financial support for expansion of existing business operations, relocating a business to the area, or activating a vacant site. Their program funds are used to improve its appearance for exterior and interior buildings, to strengthen Brownsville's commercial activity, maintain business marketability, and enhance economic viability in our historic downtown. We also have loan programs to assist our small business community. In response to COVID-19, we created the Reopen for Business Assistant Program, a forgivable loan to assist businesses in retaining low to moderate income employees and microbusiness owners. The eBridge Fund is a revolving loan for entrepreneurs and small business owners make payments. We redistribute the funds in form of new loans, benefiting other entrepreneurs and small business owners in the community for ongoing impact. If you want to learn more about our programs and initiatives and how we can assist you, come find us. We're ready to speak with you.
We are in our 36,000 square foot startup incubator in downtown Brownsville, also known as the eBridge Center for Business and Commercialization. My name is Nathan Burkhart. I'm the Director of Business Development for the Brownsville Community Improvement Corporation, and we're standing in the eBridge Center for Business and Commercialization. When it's open at the end of this summer, this will be the largest entrepreneurial resource center south of San Antonio. We have a plethora of resources available here for any entrepreneur, startup, or even a legacy business looking to commercialize or scale their product or service. Everything from the Texas Manufacturing Assistance Center, Procurement Technical Assistance Center, Small Business Development Center, and our #1 partner in this program, University of Texas Rio Grande Valley's Entrepreneurship and Commercialization Center. Any business that's looking to commercialize or scale their product or service will be able to receive that incubation, that acceleration programming right here in this center. We'll also have the United States Patent Trading Office kiosk here, allowing any entrepreneur, or really anyone in general, to be able to look up IP, register their patents, all from the comfort of this building, as opposed to having to hire legal services or go all the way up to San Antonio, which is the only other location in South Texas that you can receive that assistance. This is a 36,000 square foot facility with 2 floors, housing 13 residential startups and up to 60 incubator members. This is a one-stop shop for any business looking to commercialize or scale, from a mom and pop shop to a fully fledged business looking to franchise nationally. Earlier this year, our eBridge Center received a soft landing designation from the International Business Innovation Association. What this allows us to do is attract foreign investment directly into the Rio Grande Valley through this center. We've already seen 7 Latin American companies from Monterrey, Guadalajara, and Mexico City relocate and move into the US market through our eBridge Center. The soft landing designation allows us to attract those companies looking to move into the U.S. market, but through Brownsville, through the Rio Grande Valley. Our eBridge Center is located in the heart of historic downtown Brownsville, right on Adams Street, a mere 2 blocks away from the Gateway International Bridge. Brownsville was founded by entrepreneurs from New Orleans. If you walk through our downtown, you'll see that historicity and all the border brick architecture everywhere in downtown. We want to keep that spirit of entrepreneurship alive with the development of our eBridge Center. While being located in downtown Brownsville, the eBridge Center happens to be catty-corner with the Charles Stillman House. As we like to say, Brownsville's past began there and Brownsville's future begins right here in this building. I'm Nathan Burkhart, Director of Business Development. I'll be here all day. Please feel free to find me. I'd love to be able to talk to you more about the eBridge Center, more about our entrepreneurs, and all the other businesses that will be coming in to help develop not only the Brownsville, but the Rio Grande Valley as well. Thanks.
Space Channel welcomes you to the Brownsville Developers event. The space industry is a huge part of all the growth, new projects, and investment opportunities right here in Brownsville. At Space Channel, we've been following many of the local stories. Here's a look at some of our coverage. Big Heroes Incorporated, Believing God's Heroes, is a local faith-based nonprofit organization that provides continued life skills instructions, health and wellness components, and helps with preparation for job readiness to individuals with autism in South Texas. And it just makes sense that these heroes collaborated. SpaceX donated to the second annual Big Heroes 5K Run fundraising event, and then hosted a group tour at Starbase for potential job opportunities. 4 Brownsville, Texas students will represent the United States and design an international space settlement. Last year, the competition team placed second with their design of a Mars underground tunnel network, and 2 teammates, Javier Gonzalez and Clarissa Montiel, were asked to present at professional aerospace conferences, including the Foundation for Future Conference and National Space Society Conference. In a galaxy not so far, far away, the sound of Star Wars filled the air on the day us Star Wars fans celebrate May the 4th. Chewbacca, Mandalorian, Jawa, and other characters made a guest appearance after the show, and it was definitely an Instagram-worthy moment. Starbase is 1 step, or should we say 75 steps away from its goal to launch Starship Super Heavy. After waiting 9 long months, the FAA finally determined that the SpaceX proposed action would not result in significant environmental consequences, and it's issued a mitigated finding of no significant impact.
We got a chance to talk to many innovators and investors like Brant Arsenault, founder of Space Ventures and 9.8 Capital.
The reason why we're here is to support the space industry and its founders. We're building this group of companies that could be considered a JP Morgan of space or the Silicon Valley Bank of space.
Helen Ramirez, Deputy City Manager from the City of Brownsville.
P3s or public-private partnerships are the way to leverage public funds. So historically, everybody has thought government should pay for everything, but I think we should provide incentives to assist the company, but also private companies should have investment, whether it's VC funds. Here we are at a wonderful event where you're bringing investors together with startups and companies.
Wow! Lots of great things are happening right here in Brownsville that have a connection to the cosmos, and Space Channel covers it all. You can stay up to date by downloading the Space Channel app on your phone, tablets, and connected TVs. Just search Space Channel. Get it today. It's totally free.
Brownsville has seen major growth. In the past year alone, the city has seen a 17% sales tax increase year to date, with $240 million in new commercial and residential investments. These investments continue to expand and create more amenities and attractions for our beloved city. Just in the last 12 months, the city has approved 1,160 building permits, and in doing so, Brownsville has welcomed over 570 new businesses, giving more opportunities for people in our community to explore and enjoy these new developments. Some new locally owned businesses that have opened are Kailani Poke, The Human Bean, Gorditas Doña Lula, Tacos and Beer by Ricardo's, Space Dog Station, Texican Barbecue, Dodici Provisions, Rocket Bar, Sweet Notes Baking Company, and Let Us Eat Salad. We have also seen the opening of new chains and big businesses, such as South Texas Research Institute, Texas A&M Engineering RGV Manufacturing Hub, Black Bear Diner, Hobby Lobby, Boot Barn, Surfing Crab, Torrid, iLab, and Baja Duty Free. And let's not forget the fun and exciting main event, where we are today. Although we have seen the opening of new companies, we are looking forward to several new ones coming to Brownsville. This includes Ojos Locos Bar and Cantina, Midtown Apartments, now pre-leasing, Tequila Baby, the Cannery Public Market at the Midi Cultural District, Samano Studios and Armand's Grocery, Madeira, Texas Living Master Plan Community, Crumble Cookies, Pluton Brewery, DHR Health, Texas National Bank, Bubba's 33 at Sunrise Mall, Estrella's Habitat Zero, and Brownsville I-169 North Corridor Industrial Park, and so many more we've yet to announce. So stay tuned. Now, I know what you're thinking. With all these new businesses being opened, is there still opportunity for new growth? The answer is yes. The city still has plenty of green space available for future development. The city is always looking for new business. In fact, the Greater Brownsville Incentives Corporation and City of Brownsville offer incentives, express permitting, and fantastic customer service to assist with Brownsville's development. Brownsville is on the border, by the sea and beyond, the best place to work, live, play, and invest. Thank you for being with us today. We can't wait to do business with you.
Well, before we adjourn, I'm going to introduce Ms. Constanza Miner, our Business Development Director for the Greater Brownsville Incentives Corporation, to share an announcement.
Hi, everyone, and thanks again for joining us today. Just a gentle reminder that we will be having a bowling tournament in addition to a laser tag tournament. So if you didn't have an opportunity to register, please head over to the registration tables up front and register for the event that starts at 4. Also at 4, we will begin our mixer portion of the event. So please feel free to stay, mingle, enjoy drinks, and network. Thank you.
All right, don't get too crazy, but let the parties get started. Have fun.
The lunch will be served shortly. It's a buffet. Enjoy.